So everybody mute now, or I'll mute you. I'll mute you. Well, we are live on YouTube. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters, these songwriters will sing for you and me. We live in a nation based on music, and the songs and the stories are underneath it all. And each one of our songwriters is part of the beating heart of American music and that tapestry of the story and song that's been weaving us together for generations. And we're so glad to share all of that with you who are watching tonight.
Of course, if this was the before times, if we wanted to see a show like the one happening tonight, we would have to hope they were on the schedule for our local open mics, or we would have to travel throughout the country and visit all the shows where they were performing. And that is a grand adventure that I'm sure many of us would still love to take. But tonight, we're going to be using the wonders of technology to connect with all of the performers you see on screen and enjoy their music right here in our own living rooms. It's an opportunity to see the best of the best and all at the same time.
Yeah, and we want everybody out there in YouTube land to know that not only do we enjoy performing for you, but we all enjoy spending time here with each other, even if it's virtual time. We really enjoy that a lot. In addition to each performer is playing one or two songs, we're going to spend a little time getting to know them, and Pete Summer will be asking them some questions about their music. And we hope that you have as much fun and enjoy it as much as we do. So in order to find the lineup, you could either go to the website openamerica.com, or you could look at the description on the YouTube video below it. If you say read more, it's there. And it is in Pete Summer's magic curtain. If you look at, he's waving now. Wave, Pete. The lineup is right there, so you know the order of our players. I don't know how he does that, but it amazes me every time. We're going to be here for a couple of hours, give or take. It just depends how long the songs are and how much fun we are having.
But in order to have this thing go off without a hitch, we do want to thank all of our team members. You've already heard from myself, Laura Bordowitz, and Daphna Rahmil, who are going to be the MCs for tonight. And we've referenced Pete Summer, who's our interviewer, who's got his magic square with all of the names. We also have TK, who's our sound consultant. He's in charge of all things technical to make sure that you can actually see and hear us. And of course, we've got our lovely founder, Capo Dave Williams.
Yay. So now, just before we introduce each player to play their set, we're just going to have everybody wave to you from their little squares just to see who is up here. Yeah, let's do it one by one. We have Gary Furlow from Portland, Oregon. Wave, Gary. We have, good, Rick Merritt from San Jose, California. Andy Karn from Mountain View, California. Wade Worthington, helped by Helen from Portland, Oregon. We have Jane Canfield from Olympia, Washington. Bill Reed from Vancouver, Washington. Rich DuBois from Cameron Park, California. The Lied Twos from Chelmsford and Newburyport in Massachusetts. Yes. And Tony Favazza from Portland, Oregon. And I might have skipped myself. I'm number 4, Daphna Rahmil from Sacramento, California. Shall we get on with the show? Dave, give us a nod if we can. Yes? Yes, he's nodding. He's also talking. Yes?
Thanks so much, Daphna. Welcome, performers. Thanks for bringing your music to OMA. And welcome, viewers. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I think it'll be a cracker. Folks, I came on the show tonight to say that after some deliberation, we have decided to expand the scope of music offered on the show. As of this show, performers will be able to present songs that were written before 1925. These are songs that are in the public domain and are not controlled by the evil performing rights organizations. We see these songs as having great value, If a song still has life after nearly 100 years, chances are it's something pretty special. We're going to call these heritage songs. Performers can use new arrangements and write in new verses as they see fit. Now, our focus remains on original songs. Open Mic America supports the aspirations of those who write and perform today, and we honor those who came before us. And I'm pleased to say that our co-founder, Daphna, will perform one such song tonight. So without further ado, take it away, Daphna.
Oh, so beautifully put, Dave. And I'm excited for the heritage songs that we will be able to hear. That's wonderful. So now let us introduce our first performer to kick off the evening, Gary Furlow from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, there we go. Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Open Mic America, and thanks for having me on. If I had a wheel, I could roll all day, cross fields and bridges without a care. And in no time, you'd find me there if I had a wheel, if I had a wheel. If I had a plow, I'd cut furrows so straight, split fallow fields. Fertile ground, that mule and me, we'd work for you till late if I had a plow, if I had a plow. Oh, the windmill turns and the water will churn, and in the good times it laughs on down the slough. But when the morning sun and rain won't come and the streams grow dry, seems the parched earth and me long for you. If I had your love, 'twould surely calm me down, would make me feel that I'm okay, that each heartbeat was worthy of the sound. If I had your love, if I had your love, and if I had your love, then I would be a better man than I had to be. I'd cross fields and furrows, hills and streams instead of haunting corners without you. If I could make you happy, I'd be light as a feather. I'd settle down, no longer ride the wind. We could hold each other against the storms together. If I had a wheel, if I had a wheel. Woo! Thank you all.
Bravo.
Awesome.
That's a fairly new song, written during the last year and 7 months or whatever.
Sounds like a folk song already.
Oh, that's a trick. You didn't make the new stuff sound old. Let's see if I can get my this clobber. There it goes. This is kind of an older song. I used to work in downtown Portland, and there's a place down there. The biggest building, tallest building in the area is called Big Pink, or we call it's a U.S. Bank building, but we call it Big Pink. And I used to work there. And if you take a right turn out of the front door, you go down to some really great food carts, just wonderful food carts. If you go left, you go into Old Town. Now, Old Town at the time was pretty much filled with people having home problems, let's put it that way, of trouble staying or finding a home. And I would go in there and have lunch and listen to them talk. And, you know, as a songwriter, you kind of take notes and remember things. And so this song is kind of a compilation of overheard conversations and from that time. My name's Josiah Webb. How I survive, you'll understand. I'm a wanderer, Renaissance man, and I live through the season that wipes the smile right off your face. Still it left me cut and bruised, scattered across this place. Worn out parka and dirty boots radiate supply and pathos. I'm the reigning king, I'm the monarch of the people with the broken halos. And I can talk about the nature of things, all animal, mineral and such. Sometimes I'm just a praying, sometimes I scream and yell. Fire and hail and the seventh plague rains down on all I know. I pay very close attention. Shame's the first thing to go. Gave up shuffling papers, no more shuffling lies. They're gone apple picking when the season's right. Up Highway 35, I carry the song of the rains that echoes off the ridges. Traffic thunders overhead and I hear the music of the bridges. Mercy's hard to come by, working that in a state at dawn. I count the stars in my pocket and just move on. See, I'd love to go out shopping, and I've already got my cart filled up with paper and plastic and treasures I know by heart. And I stand there with my cardboard sign, waiting for the marching band, and count the stars in my pocket like little grains of sand. If I were just more changeable, I wouldn't be here for all to see. But if I could follow all their rules, I wouldn't be true to me. Carry the song of the rains that echoes off the ridges. Traffic thunders overhead and I hear the music of the ridges. Mercy's hard to come by, working that in a state at dawn. I put the stars in my pocket and just move on. There's days when the heat soaks in, lubricates my bones, and I can almost stop the voices then and remember on my home. But I'm always on probation now with the demons, trolls, and saints. My name's Josiah Webb, and then maybe again it ain't.
Nice.
That's lovely.
Great song, Gary. Great song. Wow.
Thanks, Dave.
Love the images of the stars in my pocket.
Thank you. That was, again, stuff I overheard, just ideas that came from other folks. It was an interesting time working down there and going down. They have a place called Sisters of the Road, which would serve you a nice meal every day for $1.25. So it was very affordable, and they're wonderful people and, great charity and all. So terrific. Thanks, everybody.
Well, Gary, that was wonderful, and you listen well and turn a pen to it and turn it into a song. That's fantastic. Aside from those folks in the in that venue that you were listening to, who's influenced your style? Who would you say would be an influence on you?
Gee, I don't know. I've been told J.J. Cale, of course, John Prine, I think, trying to, telling good stories. A local artist, Matt Meehan, who teaches several courses in this area in songwriting and poetry. He certainly had an influence as far as technique and finding good themes and learning how to expand on them using writing exercises and such. He's probably, he's a great teacher, and anybody from the Portland, Vancouver area probably knows of him. He's terrific. But yeah, JJKL, I really like that stuff. His kind of a New Orleans Southern influence. I'm from New Orleans originally, and so that had something to do with it. But lots of people. I mean, James Taylor and Joni Mitchell and all that kind of, that whole growing up in the 60s and 70s, getting all of that stuff pelting you constantly. And my sister, because I stole her records when I was 10 years old, and she had Peter, Paul, and Mary and Odetta and a bunch of other really wonderful songs that I could steal. Or borrow her records. Let's put it that way.
Well, borrow, yeah, classic storytelling. Well, it's on tape now, so you've said it. How would you like your style described?
Gee, I don't know. I do like the Americana moniker, just because it's such a huge tent. I write and perform a lot of blues influenced songs. Being from the Deep South, that kind of comes naturally. I'm also in the folk idea, so I like Americana because it's got a lot of it's a big tent, and I like that. I listen to all kinds of music, and I try to write a variety of stuff. So yeah, Americana's a good moniker for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, good. Well, thanks, Gary, for starting us off tonight.
Thanks, Pete.
And I look forward to hearing more from you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again, Gary. And by the way, we had Matt Meehan here on Open Mic America.
I know. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, he's the one who gave me your email address and said, you ought to talk to these people. They're looking for performers. So that's what got me in here was Matt. But I'm not getting any extra for that. It's just, I really respect him as a songwriter and as a person. He's wonderful.
We're grateful he sent you over to us.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Gary. And next we are going to hear from someone whom I am proud to call my personal friend, Rick Merritt from San Jose, California.
Thanks, Daphna. Well, I'm going to share with you a couple of songs about romantic love, and the first one's called The Good Life. I used to think I lived the good life. I did not know what good could be. She came along, my heart switched on. Oh, I was blind, but now I see. Who painted blue skies with these rainbows? Who turned their colors up so bright? Have they been here all my dark years? Is it okay to feel so right? I never wanted anyone so much. I never felt such a loving touch. I'm living the good life, living the good life now. I don't pretend my life is perfect. God knows I still have my bad days, but it's so clear now that she's here. Each year is packed with holidays. I never wanted anyone so much. I never felt such a loving touch. Living the good life, living the good life now. Yeah.
Love it.
Nice job, Rick.
Nice one, Rick.
Thanks, everybody. Okay, so unfortunately, it doesn't always work out right. And this is one of those songs about romantic love where it didn't work out. It's called It's Complicated. It's not like I don't think about you 20 times a day. Sometimes I stare at my phone and wonder what to say. I know you love a few warm words, and I know how you've waited. Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy, it's complicated. Some days it's like we're twins, Gemini, the constellation. Then you burn like a star. I freeze a lake with your reflection. Earth and sky turn separate ways. It's how they were created. Oh, Amy, it's complicated. If I had a simple word that could heal a lover's hurts, I'd save it in a songbook, I'd sing it in a concert, and all the world would know I've always loved you so. I'd try to mend this broken world if I had a magic word. In his day, Einstein covered blackboards with equations, but even he could not account for every situation. I grab a pen at 3 a.m., but morning sees my scroll untranslated. Oh, Amy, it's complicated. If I had one simple word that could heal a lover's hurts, I'd sing it now for all the world. If I had a magic word, but all I have are these 4 verses and a half. They leave me hanging like a joke that doesn't earn a laugh. And so I end where I began, with so much still left unarticulated. Oh, Amy, oh, Amy, oh, Amy, it's complicated. Thank you.
What a beautiful.
Nice, very nice.
That
I
was,
like that line about leaves you like a joke without a laugh. It doesn't get a laugh.
Yes.
That's a great line.
Unfortunately, I've told a few jokes like that.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
well, we all smiled when we heard that line, Rick. We weren't laughing at you either.
Thanks.
That
It's
was
always
great.
fun if you can work Einstein into a song. You know, I try to drag him into one every once in a while.
So do you write your songs on a blackboard too? No?
Not a blackboard, not even the modern Silicon Valley whiteboard. I just use, actually, I do use an iPhone app when I'm getting started, but then it goes to pen and paper eventually.
That's good. So what's and I think I could probably take a wild guess, but let's hear it from you. What's your inspiration to write?
I don't know. I just think it's like a hobby, you know. I mean, some people do Sudoku and some people, you know, knit or whatever. My mom was a big crocheter. But I got on to doing this, and I just like it. It's kind of like a word game. And unfortunately, so many days there aren't enough words.
Do you have that app with you to find words to put in rhymes and that?
Oh yeah, Rhyme Zone. I forget who turned me on to Rhyme Zone, but man, I owe them big time money.
There you go. So, and you have a new release, right? Real love.
Hey, the plug is in. The release is here. There you go. It's called, what is it called? I forget. She Makes My Heart Dance. Produced by the wonderful, the incredible, the talented Kenny Schick, originally of Boulder Creek and now of Nashville, Tennessee. Kenny, we love you.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And the big question of the day, Rick, that's just been, I've been aching to ask you. How's that Vox wah wah pedal doing?
Pete's referring to a picture of myself that I had up on Facebook for a while. I went into a guitar shop and you got talking about the little accessories, and like some people of my age, I grew up loving things like people like Jimi Hendrix, and so the wah wah pedal. Oh, and Curtis Mayfield too. Was real big for them. And so I couldn't resist getting one, even though it's like plugged into an acoustic guitar in my little Roland Cube. But it's a lot of fun. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, they're great. I have a few of them. And then Jorma Kakoen turned me on to a thing called the dynamic wah that does I don't have to use my feet to make it wah. It just automatically does it. It's great. But anyway. Well, thanks so much, Rick, for joining us here, and good luck with that new release. And we'll look forward to hearing what's next for you.
Thank you, Pete, and all of you that keep this thing going.
I just want to say before I hand it over to Laura that I listened to that entire CD, and it is wonderful. So highly recommended.
Thanks.
Ooh, high praise coming from Daphna. I can say that with a fact. So I'm really excited to maybe get a chance to listen to it myself. But now we're gonna move on to our next amazing performer, the one and only Andy Karn from Mountain View, California.
Oh, hi. So I got a couple of songs for you. Let's see. The first one is called it's called Howard, and it goes like this. On the north side of Las Vegas, at dawn I lay in bed when this voice came through my window, and this is what it said. Howard, give me back my phone. Howard, give me back my phone. Taking it from me ain't right. Now I don't wanna argue, don't wanna fight. So Howard, just give me back my phone. She continued all her pleading. Her voice was awful sad, but Howard would not part with that thing of hers he had. Howard, give me back my phone. Howard, give me back my phone. Taking it from me ain't right. Now I don't wanna argue, don't wanna fight. So Howard, just give me back my phone. Our Lady of the Tower has a 100-foot high pole. She grants perpetual reception, but you can't get back your soul. Howard, give me back my phone. Howard, give me back my phone. Taking it from me ain't right. Now I don't wanna argue, don't wanna fight. So Howard, just give me back my phone. So if you work all night in Vegas, gals, take my advice. Never let a man named Howard hold your telecommunications device. Just tell him, Howard, you can't have my phone. Howard, you just can't have my phone. Taking it from me ain't right. Now I don't wanna argue, don't wanna fight. So Howard, you just can't have my phone. No, Howard, you just can't have my phone.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Great song, Andy.
Okay. So that one was called Howard, and the next one's called Pay the Devil. The wind when it blows from the airport smells like kerosene. And from the cookie factory it smells like a chocolate machine. But when it blows off the bay, it smells clean and a little like rain. I stand on the concrete and wonder if I'll see you again. Oh, but don't you know joy is always so close to sorrow. What burns bright tonight might be ashes tomorrow. And what you don't own, you might just have to borrow. Ain't no way to pay the devil to keep him from taking it away. If I ever don't come home from work, you won't get a call. Talk to the lawyer whose number I taped to the wall. Pack up our stuff, take the kids to Ernesto and Jane. This place won't be safe, so never come back here again. Oh, but don't you know joy is always so close to sorrow. what burns bright tonight might be ashes tomorrow. And what you don't own, you might just have to borrow. Ain't no way to pay the devil, keep him from taking it away. A man lives in so many places, he gets stretched kind of thin. And I feel like a ghost when I visit the places I've been. I've been away so long, I don't think I can ever go home. Stand close to me, darling, don't ever leave me alone. Ah, but don't you know joy is always so close to sorrow. What burns bright tonight might be ashes tomorrow. And what you don't own, you might just have to borrow. Ain't no way to pay the devil to keep him from taking it away. Ain't no way to pay the red devil to keep him from taking it away.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Feel like a ghost when I visit the places I've been. It's a sad line.
Yeah, I really feel that way. So, it's like, especially if it's like where you went to school and then you go there and you don't really belong there anymore. And you feel like you're just kind of haunting your past life. It's really creepy.
Well, Andy, Heidi Ho, neighbor.
Hi.
Or I guess I should do this, right? Hi ho, neighbor.
Hi.
Fellow Mountain Viewian. So what's next for you? What do you want to do next in life, music?
In music, I really want to go out and play live more, preferably with a nice big crowd or as big a one as I can get. So that's kind of what I would like to do, and I need to, get my act together and record something pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
So those are two things.
Okay. Any target venues that are kind of slowly opening up?
Well, right now all I've got is there's going to be a benefit for the oh gosh, what is that? What is that place called? It's like the no, it's the plant people. It's like the urban forest people, and they're having a benefit in July, and so I've been invited to go do that. But I'm hoping to I'm hoping to like go back to the Art Boutique or even like the Caravan. Now the Caravan's open, so I'm really hoping to like visit the scenes of my old crimes now.
There you go.
Maybe we'll even go to some open mics. Who knows?
Yeah, that's coming soon. Well, that's great. Well, thanks again for being here, and we'll hear and hopefully see you live soon.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Those were some great songs. I really love it. All right, and it looks like she's ready. It's our very own Daphna Rahmil from Sacramento, California.
Hi there. Well, in this show I have to wear a couple hats, so I decided to do that. Andy, I loved your songs. It's always so much fun to hear you, and lots of things to think about when we hear songs that you wrote. My mom had a birthday a couple weeks ago. She turned 83, and we celebrated her birthday for the very first time since the pandemic with the whole family. And despite a little detour my dad had to make to the ER that morning, it all ended up just fine. And we had a wonderful celebration. And I have as a keepsake a beautiful photo of my mother sitting in my grandmother's rocking chair and holding her cake and smiling down at it. My mother asked me to sing this song at her birthday celebration, and I guess we planned to do it because she loves this song, but I never got to sing it for her because of all the extra excitement that we had at the beginning, and it got a little crazy. So today, this is going out to you, Mom, and I hope that you managed to find this on YouTube on your TV or on the link that I sent you on your computer. And if not, we'll make sure you get to see it after the fact. But it's also going out to everybody who thinks that birthdays are starting to come a little too fast and a little too frequently. And it's called the birthday waltz. Do you recall those childhood years when birthdays seemed so rare? When waiting for one candle more was awfully hard to bear. Now our heads begin to ache from all those candles on the cake. Yet all we need is 3 to make a fancy-free affair. A candle for the years that passed and made you who you are. A candle for the many more to come. Then candle number 3 is last, my favorite one by far. For this precious day beneath the sun. Another precious day beneath the sun. No regrets for time gone by, and no demands for more. There's no way to see what lies beyond this moment's door. What we have is a treasure true, an afternoon for me and you, with birthday cake and tea for 2 and lovely things in store. And a candle for the years that passed and made you who you are. Candle for the many more to come. Then candle number 3 is last, my favorite one by far. For this precious day beneath the sun. Another precious day beneath the sun. Close your eyes and make your wish, then wake one more for me send them both to drift upon the candles three. And as those little flames burn strong, I will sing you the birthday song, and you will smile and hum along in happy harmony. For this precious day beneath the sun, another precious day. What a precious day. Such a precious day beneath the sun. Happy late birthday, Mom.
Lovely.
Gorgeous.
So now for the heritage song that Dave was talking about. This is a Yiddish song that was collected by a man who helped an awful lot with Yiddish song, music and dance revival, named Michael Alpert. As a matter of fact, he was awarded the National Heritage Fellowship from the National Endowment of the Arts for his restoration of traditional Yiddish dance, for that matter. And he learned this song in the 80s, actually, from a woman named Bronia Sakina, who was a Russian immigrant from Russia, from the South Ukraine. And he helped to make this song popular in the American klezmer scene, even though it was a very, very old song. It's an old song of love and longing, like, I would do anything to be together with you. I would wash the floors in the train station. I would sell my boots. I would sleep without a pillow, and I would eat without a table, just to be with you. Because me without you and you without me is kind of like a doorknob without a door. It's kind of Yiddish humor, I guess, but it's kind of true. My little kitten, my little birdie. And before I play this, I have to prepare something. Excuse me, I forgot all about that. Aha! I think we are now ready. It's called Die Sapojkalach, the little boots. Verkäufen die Sapojkalach und vorn auf die Droschkalach. I bin mit dir in einem zu sein. Oi, ich und dir und du und mir, wir klären ohne Tier. Kitzele, wegele mein. Ja, bye, 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Die war so glach und Fremde scholem scholech. Ab hier mit dir in einem zu sein. Oi, ich und dir und du und mir, wir klären ohne Tier. Kitzele, Tischle und essen ohne Tischle. Ab im Tirinen zu sein. Oi, ich und dir und du und mir, wir klamke ohne dir. Kettele wegen mein. Ja, bye bye bye, bye bye bye, bye bye bye, bye bye bye. Yeah, bye bye bye, bye 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 bye, bye 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Yeah, bye 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 bye. Young, bye 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 bye, bye 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 bye.
That was wonderful.
Really nice.
Takes us to a whole nother world.
Really
It's a
beautiful.
whole nother world.
For sure. That was
Really beautiful.
Thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to play a heritage song today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
No. But who was playing tambourine with you?
Well, you know, this pandemic made us very creative, right? I didn't write any new songs for a long time, but I kept thinking, how can I make this music that I love all by myself? So I rigged up a little tambourine that I used with my children when I taught preschool and kindergarten and first grade music. And then I have a ruler with a sock attached to it. And then I have a little flip-flop. And when we put them all together, I get to play tambourine with my foot without getting a cramp in my leg. So that's how we did that one.
Very, very ingenious. Very ingenious. I'll have to remember that when I need some percussion.
Well, maybe now we can just ask someone to play percussion for us, right? You
Oh
know.
no, we still have to do it on our own. I mean, we shouldn't ever try and work with other people. I'm kidding. So what you said the pandemic was not an inspiration to be writing, but what does inspire you to write?
Well, you know, if I knew that, then probably I'd be writing more songs. There was a time in my life where they just came out nonstop. And I don't know where they came from, but I welcomed them. And then they sort of petered out. Maybe I got too happy. I mean, that could be definitely possible. But the lucky thing is that the world is so full of music, and there's so many ways to make music and be part of music and to be creative within music, even if you didn't write the song, that I'm okay with it until it decides to land on me again.
There you go. Well, that's a good way. I kind of feel the same way. But you do a lot for the community. Just keeping during the pandemic, keeping everybody together virtually, and with the different open mics that you host, and getting involved with starting this with Dave. I just personally, I want to thank you so much for doing that for the music community and for just life in general. And how challenging has that been, if any challenges?
Well, I don't know. It's been a joy, really. You know, I miss all my children in school, so now I get to look at all these faces on a screen, and yeah, you're not children, and neither are the ones at the other open mic, but it's still people, looking back, and we're making music together. And Capo Dave had a vision, and I'm really proud to help him with his vision. But I didn't have a vision when I started that open mic Corona. I just thought, oh, Zoom, let's see what we can do with that. And I had moved to Sacramento from the Bay Area the year before, and let's see if I can see some of my friends that I miss and who play music. And then it just sort of happened by itself. So it's definitely work, but it's a joy at the same time. That's how I feel about
and
it.
it's a wonderful way to stay connected. And I think this is going to be around. These kind of venues are going to be around for a long time.
Well, I sure hope so, and especially this one here. I really hope, because it can bring us together from all over the country, and we're really hoping to meet a lot more songwriters and performers of heritage songs who can come and play here. So
And even the world and possibly Mars.
Right.
Anyway, thank you so much, Daphna, and I'm sure
too.
you need to get back to your other duties.
Put on my other hat. Yeah.
Your other hat. Yeah, change hats quickly. Whoa.
But while Daphna's changing hats, I think we'll go on to our next performer. Thank you, Daphna. Those were beautiful songs. And next up, we actually have Wade Worthington, and joining him on his second song, Helen Friedman from Portland, Oregon.
Hello. Daphna, that was a fantastic performance and song, and really enjoyed everybody's songs today. I guess I'll introduce my song I'm going to play and then get on with it. This is a song I wrote. It's a pop song called Trapdoor. And it's about the awkward situation of breaking up with somebody and then realizing that you're in love with that person. So here's Trapdoor. I'll grab a guitar and pen to cast things into view. Look at the cold dark days, the time, yeah, I left you. Strings now are strum, may the woods come, rectify this folly I have found. Sweet became tart when we did part. Love fell in the trapdoor to my heart. Trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart. When I was a 5-year-old, I camped Yosemite Park. I marveled the waterfalls in a firefall after dark. Tears down my face when I left that place. Now I keep emotions tucked inside. You picked the lock, I felt the shock. Love fell in the trapdoor to my heart. Trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart. Strings now are strum, may the woods come, rectify this folly I have found. Sweet became tart when we did part. Love fell in the trapdoor to my heart. Trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart. Trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart. The trapdoor to my heart.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'm going to have my partner Helen join me for backing vocals on this next piece. It's a sad song. It's actually the latest song that I wrote. It's called Marjorie, and She was someone I knew who suffered with mental illness and actually passed away from it about a year ago. Used to talk of feeling cursed, a feeling captive in another world, another universe. You said your plight was so perverse. I still remember when the sun broke through those Humboldt County skies. I saw the joy within your eyes. Planned Parenthood hired you, the job was looking good. Life's meaning was understood, was plain to see, plain to see. Marjorie, yeah, Marjorie, yeah, I can see, yeah, Marjorie. Then one day things hit reverse. Dark forces grabbed you from that other world, that other universe. Oh, how those rain clouds could burst. And now I read of you walking the highway 'neath the stars. And now I read of you. Were you swinging things at cars one couldn't see, one couldn't see? Marjorie, yeah, Marjorie. But I can see, yeah, Marjorie. I still remember when the sun broke through those Humboldt County skies. I still remember when the sun broke through those Humboldt County skies. I saw joy within your eyes. Planned Parenthood hired you, the job was looking good. Life's meaning was understood. I still remember when the sun broke through those Humboldt County skies. I remember you. I still remember when the sun broke through those Humboldt County skies. Those Humboldt County skies. Marjorie,
Gorgeous.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Helen.
Oh. Very nice job, both of you.
Yeah, thanks.
Tribute.
Thanks a lot.
Great, very, very meaningful songs. You obviously write from your heart, right?
Yeah, that last one, and I'm also got a case of the nerves too. So
don't we all? If you don't get nervous, then I guess they say why do it. So, but that's what they say. I don't know who they are, but I still get nervous and tongue tied all the time. Who is there anybody that you'd most like to collaborate with?
Oh, I get to pick?
You do, and this is your dream time.
Okay. Well, it would be Paul McCartney, of course. But I would be very intimidated. And but yeah, there's a whole slew, of course. But I would say I do a lot of pop songs, and I grew up just a fanatical fan of his, and I also play bass, and in fact, I'm in a current band right now where I'm playing bass and pretending I'm Paul McCartney.
Good. And you're having fun doing that, obviously.
Well, it had a little bit of a delay. We had a couple shows lined up, our first two shows, and then we had the pandemic hit. But we're having our first practice again next Sunday, so I'm excited about getting the ball rolling again with that.
Well, congratulations. And talk about nerves. I think I'd be intimidated by being in the same room as Paul McCartney, let alone trying to write a song with him. But anyhow, well, thank you so much for sharing, and I look forward to hearing more from you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yay. Bravo, Wade.
Thanks.
And Helen, too. Thank you. What a wonderful afternoon this is. I'm really enjoying it. And special treat, I get to hear the friend that I made on Open Mic America back in the beginning, Jane Canfield from Olympia, Washington.
Hi, nice to be here. So am I supposed to start now? It's so great to be here. Thank you, everyone who's made this happen. And I'm just really enjoying all the talent here tonight. The first song I'm going to be singing is, I thought about it because Pete had said something about my sweet songs. I said, oh, well, I'll sing a mad one next time. And so this one is maybe bittersweet and a little frustrated. And it was inspired by Beethoven. You'll hear the Moonlight Sonata probably in it. I use that arpeggio groove quite a bit in the song. It is legal to use Moonlight Sonata. It was completed in 1801. And so I guess it's not a heritage song because it is my song, but I did borrow from him. Anyway, thank you, Ludwig, for your wonderful music. And here is Elusive. Moonlight will shine so bright, but come a storm, it's a cold, dark night. Moonlight reminds me of you, so beautiful, but gone too soon. You are elusive, like the moon, as fleeting as a butterfly in June. When those clouds roll in, where are you? Just when I need you the most, you vanish with the smoke. You are elusive, 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 like the moon. Moonlight will light the way, and suddenly fade away. Moonlight, I won't count on you to share the dawn, to see me through.
You are elusive, like the moon, as fleeting as a butterfly in June. When those clouds roll in, where are you? Just when I need you the most, you vanish with the smoke. You are elusive, 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 like the moon. Just when I need you the most, you vanish with the smoke. You are elusive, 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 like the moon.
Ooh. Some nice chords all your own in there too.
Thank you. Yeah, I did put a few of my chords in. Actually, I don't think Beethoven did a lot of jazz chords. I haven't really studied that. Well, the next song is Wallflower. It's a bit cheerier. It starts out a little sad, but it gets cheerier. So here it is. I have changed the chorus, the last line. It used to be, well, you could be the belle of the ball, and I've changed it to Wallflower, be the belle of your ball, because a lot of us don't care for the belle of the ball. So anyway, it's a small change, but it's a big one to some people I know and myself. I'm going to raise it just a little bit. Here we go. Back to those days in 7th grade, learning to dance, and boy-girl games, they're picking their partners, painfully slow, and when they're all finished, you're standing alone. You say you're a wallflower, you say you don't dance, but you would be fabulous if you took the chance. Find your own music, give it your all. Wallflower, be the belle of your ball. Make up your steps as you go. Don't worry what they say, they don't know. Okay, you're shy, that is your style, but once in a while step into the light and shine. You say you're a wallflower, you say you don't dance, but you would be fabulous if you took the chance. Find your own music, give it your all. Wallflower,
the bell of your bong. The swan was never an ugly duckling, and Cinderella's always been the most charming. So dance, 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 dance. You say you're a wallflower, but look at your dance. Yes, you are just fabulous. When you take the chance, you're finding your music, giving your all. Wallflower, you're the belle of your ball.
Oh,
Lovely.
That's great, Jane.
that was a meaningful change, Jane. And I like it. Yes.
Yeah, that kind of makes the song, actually, that change.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for that.
You could be writing songs for movies. Yeah.
Well,
Those would fit in very well.
I like that a lot. Thank you. I'm kind of working on it. It's slow though. It's very slow.
I've said that as well. Yeah.
Sounds like a screenplay or a Hallmark movie, Jane. You hit it. You hit it again. And dancing scares the heck out of me. Talk about anxieties. High anxiety. Forget about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it scares me. That's why I played music back when I was in high school.
Oh.
But anyhow, I digress. So what, how has your writing style evolved or changed, or has it since you first started writing?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm working on more up-tempo things now because the market's calling for more up-tempo. I really used writing at the beginning kind of like therapy almost. And so a lot of my songs are very serious and slower tempoed. In fact, Wallflower was slower tempoed when I first wrote it, but now it's much cheerier.
It does have a certain, cadence to it that just while I was listening to it, I just said, "Oh, that's screenplay. Come on, let's do it." Yeah.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah. So you've any other changes that you've done over the course of your writing career?
Well, I don't think of them as changes. It's whatever falls in my lap. I start listening to a song and then all of a sudden I'm singing my own lyrics to it and then have some new melodies and chords to it and it all comes together. But it is what I think it's got to do with what I'm listening to. Yeah. Although I can't track down a lot of the beginnings of my songs either. So they come to me in the morning sometimes when I wake up.
Great. Have you done any recording recently? Have you gotten those down on?
Yes, actually, Elusive is on my website now, not by me. I've got Brooke Toya, who has a fabulous young, sexy voice, and you can hear her on my website.
Okay, and we have the website on the Open Mic America webpage, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and everybody else too. You're welcome to send your links to your website or your songs, and we'll get that on the website for you. Anyway, thank you so much, Jane. I look forward to hearing your next durations.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Oh, Jane, that was just beautiful. And I could see that tempo is exactly a waltz tempo. any slower and the people would fall over. So this is just perfect, right? Because you were talking about the dance. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Daphna.
And let's see. The next person is somebody that I met virtually also a while back at another music kind of a thing. Bill Reed from Vancouver, Washington.
Thank you, Daphna. Is that coming through okay? So, anyway, this first song I want to do is one I wrote. My niece contacted me, this is my brother's daughter, to write a song for her wedding. And they were having a church wedding, and they gave me plenty of time, plenty of notice. So I started digging through and looking at different scriptures because it was a religious service. And it was Paul's letter to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 13. He talks about love. And so that's what I wrote this song. I kind of based it on that particular chapter. Anyhow, the title of the song is Ranessa, because my niece's name is Vanessa and her husband's name is Rav. And so combine the names, and this song's called Ranessa. There is faith, there is hope, there is love. They are gifts from your Father above, sent on the wings of a dove. The greatest of these is love. Love is patient, love is kind. Love is ours, it's not mine. Love always hopes, always trusts, never fails. Love is the power that binds. There is faith, there is hope, there is love. They are gifts from your Father above, sent on the wings of a dove. But the greatest of these is love protects, perseveres. Love comforts, consoles, dries our tears. Love sees through the anger to the heart that's within. Love is eternal through the years. There is faith, there is hope, there is love. They are gifts from your Father above, sent on the wings of a dove. But the greatest of these is love. The greatest of these is love. Thank you.
Your lucky niece to be able to have that at her wedding.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. They gave me a little more notice. Both my nieces gave me a little more notice than when I was asked to write songs for funerals, because it's not something you're planning way out in advance. This second song is one that I wrote. I've written a number of songs for veterans, and this is one that I wrote for the veterans that are separated from their families, serving overseas, and it's for both them and the families enduring the separation. And we've put a lot of people in harm's way, and so this is just my hats off to those who are willing to make that sacrifice. This is called Soldier's Longing. At night when I long for you, dear, in the moonlight you softly appear, with your flowing hair you wipe away my tears, with your tender love you calm all my fear. Then I wake and it's all been a dream. Through my tin flap I see the moon's beam. Its light shines on your soul and mine, and transports us through space and through time. I fight for the red, white, and blue. On my honor, I'll see this job through. Why we're here, only God really knows. But I go where they tell me to go. To be with you is all that I yearn. But if God chooses, I not return. If I fall and this world fades from view, my love you know that my great love is you. To your love I will ever be true. And if God brings me safely back home from your side,
great.
Great messages, Bill. How do you feel about all this technology and this virtual stuff? What do you think about it?
Feel like a little bit of a dunce, you know.
Pardon?
I'm kind of just struggling to make it work. I love it. I really love this. You can share, you know, with people when you can't be together. I love open mics, but when you can't, this is really great. And the fact that you can get your music out to so many different people all over the country is really wonderful.
Yeah. Have you performed the your song for veterans via via virtually or in live situations prior to this?
Yeah, I've played it live, but I think this is the first time I've done it virtually.
So what do you think? What do you think our next steps are going to be to get this community back together?
I think that when we get through this phase with the coronavirus and can start performing live again, I think there'll be a lot of people just itching to get back out and perform before an audience. But I think this format is one that's here to stay. It lets people from all different places come together and share music. It's too bad that there's that digital delay that prohibits us from playing together, but we can still share our music, and that's really wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, just hang in there because technology is technology. So we'll be performing together virtually very soon.
Yeah, I hope
Very
so.
soon.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Bill. Thanks for sharing, and we'll catch you next time.
Okay, thanks.
Yes, thank you, Bill. And hear what you said about music going forward. I agree, and I hope it all happens the way you describe it. That'd be wonderful. So the next person who's performing, I met just before the show earlier this afternoon. We did some technical stuff together, so he's not a total stranger to me. Rich DuBois from Cameron Park, which, by the way, turns out is only half an hour from my house. So we are neighbors, Rich. Rich is muted. Let's unmute Rich. Ta-da, just a sec.
Thank you.
There.
Thank you. The screen was a little bit too far away for me to lean forward and unmute it.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be here, to be part of this songwriters circle. I was participating in a local open mic before COVID hit in Folsom in the greater Sacramento area, and that hasn't been functioning, so I was glad to find this. You know, when I was a kid growing up, we would have a little thing that we would say on the playground. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And of course, as the years go by and as I've grown up, I realize that that's really not true. That name calling does hurt. And bullying does hurt. And I think what the world needs more of right now is mercy. And that's what this first song is about. It's titled Have Mercy. When I was a little boy with a curious mind and a lot of joy in my heart, my life was good. I didn't know there were people out there who didn't love and who didn't care about mercy, and they never would. Sticks and stones now break my bones, and names, they always hurt me. 'Cause we can never stand alone without somebody's mercy. I believe we all need to show a little kindness, be more understanding souls wherever people find us. dark and light. Some want peace, but others want to fight about what? I'm really not sure. Fuss about money, fight about love. It's gonna make grown-ups push and shove each other, and that's not good. Sticks and stones now break my bones, and names, they always hurt me. 'Cause we can never stand alone without somebody's mercy. I believe we all need to show a little kindness, be more understanding souls wherever people find us. Oh Lord, have mercy. Help us show mercy. There's something in our hearts that strips away all goodness. And if we choose to let it stay, there can be no forgiveness. Right or wrong, good or bad, we're all in this together. And what we need as much as air is love beyond all measure. When I was a little boy with a curious mind and a lot of joy in my heart, my life was good. I didn't know there were people out there who didn't love and who didn't care about mercy, and they never would. Sticks and stones now break my bones, and names, they always hurt me. 'Cause we can never stand alone without somebody's mercy. I believe we all need to show a little kindness and be more understanding souls wherever people find us. Oh Lord, have mercy. Help us show mercy. Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh Lord, have mercy. Thank you. Something we
Very
could all
nice.
use a little
Very
more
nice.
of. This next song is titled "We're on Our Way," and it wasn't written with the idea of COVID, but it definitely applies. It's a song about heading to a better place, finding a better world. It goes like this. Standing in the foyer of eternity, waiting for the night to pass, we can find hope and serenity, knowing that this won't last. We're on our way to a better way, where heartaches fade and die, where skies are clear and never gray, and no one questions why. We're on our way, and we're making good time. What used to bother us has been left behind. We see the glory lights streaming from afar, so just keep on driving there from wherever you are. Some people think they're here to stay and believe they're a permanent thing, but the winds of life keep blowing them around like kites on a string. You better anchor down your tent, button up the flaps, 'cause the storm of a century is on its way, and there's no time to go back. We're on our way, and we're making good time. What used to bother us has been left behind. We see the glory lights streaming from afar, so just keep on driving there from wherever you are. We're on our way, and we're making good time. What used to bother us has been left behind. We see the glory lights streaming from afar, so just keep on driving there from wherever you are. Just keep on driving there from wherever you are. Just keep on driving there from wherever you are. Very much.
It's not often that I have goosebumps and I feel like I want to cry all on the same set at different times.
Hey, Rich, those were wonderful. Lot of meaningful messages tonight and storylines in the songs. It's very thought provoking. Rich, I in looking at your website, you kind of talked about a life-changing experience in your younger days. Is there anything about that you'd feel comfortable sharing?
Sure. I am a person of faith. Wasn't always so. I mean, way back, when I was 17, I was living in Carmel and playing in a band. And the songs that we were doing then were kind of, the typical down and out, somebody done somebody wrong type song. And I had a life change there where I realized that the road that I was on was probably not going to end well. It was kind of a dead end, with the drugs and everything going on back in those days. And so I decided to follow God's call. I heard a distinct voice, not an audible voice, but I heard him calling me in a different direction. And so I decided to pursue it, and I've never looked back. I've never regretted that. And so my songwriting just changed from writing about things that were kind of, negative and down, to writing about life issues that were more positive, things that you're trying to resolve and solve, and fix.
Okay, good. So how would you describe the music you typically create? I think you started to describe it, and anything else you'd like to say about it from that perspective?
Just singer-songwriter, Americana type music. Now I try to write more music that is not pointedly religious, although I'm not opposed to that. I do some of that for church when I sing in different churches. But I try to write songs that people from all walks of life can relate to, and that there's a message in there that would draw their heart. I try to write songs that bring good to life and make people hunger for a better way.
Great. Well, thank you so much for sharing, and I look forward to hearing more from you.
Thank you.
Those songs were wonderful. Thank you so much, Rich. All right. And now it's time for our next group of performers. That's right, performers. We've got the Lied To's from Chelmsford and Newburyport, Massachusetts.
Hey. Hello. How you doing? All right. Well, thanks for this has been a great night. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
And we've got a new record coming out in the fall, and gonna do at least one song from it. Well, I think two. Actually. Yeah. This is called "It's Not Who You Love." Well, it's true what they say, you never know day to day what's gonna drop on the other side. The head bleeds more than the heart sometimes. Will you hear me through the walls if I took that big fall? I've been known to stumble, falling up the stairs, I ain't that humble. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. Like a moon in a sky of blue, I'm coming for you. Live like a king before tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta beg before you can borrow. If you wondered from the start, can you break a broken heart? It's just like running downhill. Your brain says stop, but you never will. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. Too scared to even think about it, too hard to pretend I'll never live without it. Woo! Well, you think you come a long way and you're feeling okay. Got all these plans of what you're gonna do. Well, baby, that's the worst kind of news. It's just one step at a time. Don't count your last dime. Just push the pedal through the floor. You're the only one here who's keeping score. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. It's just not who you love, it's who loves you. It's not who you love, it's who loves you. It's just not who you love, it's who loves you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Get up and dance.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, yes. Definitely dancing is good. All right. So we're going to do that other song?
Yeah. So this is another newer song. Actually, I wrote it right when the pandemic got started. Doug and I were socially distancing. He lives in Chelmsford. We're in Massachusetts. We're representing the East Coast over here. And he lives about 40 minutes away from me. And we had decided to socially distance for a couple of months. And it was pretty tough. And we typically spend, we each have kids, and we typically spend every other weekend when we don't have the kids together. And when we're not rehearsing or recording, we tend to enjoy our Sunday afternoons, being lazy and watching TV. And so there was one day that I was sitting watching Law and Order SVU, which is always on all day on Sundays, and I was feeling pretty lonely and missing him. So this is a song called Missing You, and hope you like it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lazy Sunday in front of the TV, eating eggs over easy, walking hand in hand down a crowded street. The way that you kiss me, there's a blue, blue sky and a yellow moon. There's an old guitar and a solo tune, and there's me right here missing you, missing you. I got my coffee, I got my milk, I got plenty of nothing. A cup don't always empty till there's nothing to fill, and it just leaves me wanting. There's a blue, blue sky and a yellow moon. There's an old guitar and a solo tune, and there's a me right here missing you, missing you. Clock stopped ticking a few weeks back, and the toaster stopped working. Now my heart's broken too, and as a matter of fact, only one thing's for certain. There's that blue, blue sky and that yellow moon. There's an old guitar and a solo tune, and there's a me right here missing you, missing you.
Sweet.
Oh, how delightful that was.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much.
Oh, it's so refreshing to hear some harmonies coming from the same mic.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is
Thanks.
nice, yeah.
That was absolutely great. That was stunning. So what is your creative writing process like? Do you both write lyrics and music, or kind of, ping each other with different ideas?
It's a good question. So we have yet to write a song. We've been together for 7 years or 8 years, and we have yet to write a song together that has been in the public. We've written a few on our own, but we each kind of write our own stuff. But we definitely bounce ideas off each other and lyrics and stuff to kind of see what the other person thinks, and then we kind of work on them together afterwards to get them to kind of sound cohesive and stuff.
Okay. And did you say you recorded those 2 songs already, or you were about to record?
So those songs are going to be on our new record, which is our third record, and that's going to be out this fall. And so they're recorded, but they're not out yet officially.
Those were just real nice.
Thank you so much.
Very uplifting, and in Massachusetts, no less. Come on.
That's right.
I know. We're like way over here, and it's nighttime, and it's like 95 degrees here.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Super
and it's
hot.
very humid.
Yeah, I've got a lot of family in the Boston and Worcester area. So, anyway, well, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us up like that. That was great.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
And look forward to getting that record.
Yeah, our songs are usually sad, so that's good that we brought you guys all up.
Usually more sad than that.
Well, it brought me up anyway. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
It's been a great night. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Oh, I loved it. All right, everybody, shake it out. because we've got another performer. Our last performer for the evening, the one, the only Tony Favazza from Portland, Oregon. Take it away.
Hey y'all, can you hear me? Okay. Thanks to everyone who put this on again. Dave and especially Daphne for walking me through my Ludditery earlier today. And this is Dasha. Which never she, but she weaves such a sweet spell on me. We meet in the city, but it feels like we're underneath a tree. Clocks counting time as we talk, while for me it's standing still. Might wish for forever, but one moment and I'm filled. Holds the story of this sweet hello and knows where it goes. Look, I should refuse, lest I disturb the magic in my muse. Careful what you're wishing for, then hear before and ask for what you saw. And after it was granted, suddenly you drop a call. Granted, I'd be satisfied and happy as can be. Except that fairy princesses are not for mortal men to send their plea to. Be content to watch her dance, honored she adores your company. Some things you must not possess, but God, but they are free. next one is one I haven't played a lot recently. There is a great novel called The Brothers Karamazov from Dostoevsky, and within that there's a chapter called The Grand Inquisitor, where a really shriveled, disenchanted priest is just giving all of his bile to Jesus about what's wrong with the world, and Jesus' answer is simply to kiss him on the forehead and walk out of the room. This song is kind of like that. It's kind of asking a lot of the questions we would ask about, what about this? All of our questions of how we're supposed to accept certain things in the world and what the answer might be if we were able to ask directly. So this is called Grief Holder. Two angels call my name, freedom and love. One from below, the other above. Leaving either behind pierces my heart and mind. 'Cause each one is pleading the plea of the dove. Grief holder, come out to me. Grief holder, come out to me. Grief holder, come out to me. Walk on the water, you'll see. Since my youth I've kept your commandments, but I must humbly conclude that your promises lie. 'Cause Dostoevsky and woe is what we've got to show. Unless I've got one wicked plank in my eye, the saints cannot stay in this world and stay good. They'll wear out his welcome, or worse, become weak. 'Cause the wheel of the world turns but wears down me. And sensitive souls who can feel what is real, the grief holder, come out to me. Stop making white weather me. I'm priceless, have me for free. Walk on water, you can see. Six become two, and neither one of us standing is you. When will we ever learn, pose the old song? The answer is never, and you can't prove me wrong. 'Cause we won't stop killing whatever we preach, much less move mountains without you along. Grief holder, come out to me. Stop making white weather me. I'm priceless, have me for free. Walk on the water, you'll see. Come out to me. Grief
Ah, felt sucked into those guitar chords. Those were amazing.
Tony, thank you for sharing. So, what started you on your musical journey, way back at the beginning of time?
Gosh, way back at the beginning, it was probably the Beatles and the Who and classic rock, and originally loving the Guitar Heroes, without realizing yet the beauty of the songwriting that encapsulated all that musicianship. But then along the way, the appreciation of songcraft, and especially melody, is something I really love to hear in other songs and songwriters.
Did you start out playing in a band, or did you go, or have you been a solo performer throughout?
I started out in a couple of bands, and then started to overlap as a solo performer when my best friends convinced me not to be too afraid to sing. So I started out with some open mics, and lately, the last few years, it's pretty just been solo, other than playing with friends. And I love the idea that someone mentioned earlier, that someday soon, and you and the technology, that we'll all be able to jam together at some point before long. That'd be great.
Well, that is definitely in the works. It's coming sooner than later. But thank you so much for sharing, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you. Have you recorded anything, those songs, or anything else that?
I've recorded a bunch of stuff, but I've only ever released one CD. Most of it is in demo form, and I started a publishing company last fall, which was supposedly to motivate me, light a fire to start at least publishing songs and recording demos of all of them, and that's still occurring. It's a process of procrastination, but I would really like to get a lot more recorded.
Yeah, good. Well, good. We'll look forward to seeing some of that. Anyway, well, thank you so much for sharing, and gosh, take it away, Daphna and Laura.
Well, bravo, everyone. What a wonderful night this was. And to all of you out there on YouTube, remember to check the website for links to the work of all these performers. Let's just say their names one more time. Tony Favazza, Gary Furlow, Rick Merritt, Wade Worthington, and Helen, who sang with him, Andy Karn, Bill Reed, Jane Canfield, the Lied Twos, and Rich DuBois, and today, yours truly as well. So thank you all for that. Thank you so much, TK, for running all things technical. It goes without a hitch, and Laura and I don't have to constantly think about it. That's just wonderful, and everyone, the sound checks went great. Thank you, Pete, for all your good questions to keep this moving and have us think about this stuff, not just listen to it. And to Capo Dave Williams. Before we go, maybe he might want to say something, I don't know, but before that, check out your local open mics. Some of them are closed. Some of them have gone virtual, but some of them are beginning to open up again. And we do have a list of open mics on our website, because we would like to connect between us and live music all over the country. We're going to continue to have these the first and third Sundays for now. As it grows, who knows? The next performance date will be June 20th, so stay tuned for the full lineup. And you could always come to openamerica.com to see what's going on. Dave, were there any parting words from you? Capo Dave. Wait, let's unmute you. There we go, unmuted.
Sure, thanks, Daphna. What a great show tonight. I really enjoyed it. A lot of the so-called entertainment that you see on TV and media, I mean, I have to say, this is some pretty seriously entertaining stuff. And our vision for the future, we're waiting till things settle down a little bit with the COVID and people getting back. But it is our intention to move forward and to add performers, and it is our vision to see Open Mic America eventually be a once a week event with several hundred players that rotate through it on a continuing basis. That's our dream, that's our hope, that's what we're going to be working toward, and we thank you guys for coming on the show. I enjoyed every single one of you. You were all great in your own way, and I'll be sending out some emails tomorrow to all of you to invite you back. It was a great show. Thanks so much, and good night.
And Laura, I forgot to thank my partner in crime.
No, thank you, Daphna. We couldn't have hosted it without each other. And it wouldn't be worth hosting without all of these amazing performers that we got to introduce. So thank you all so much.
Yeah. Okay, TK, take us off of YouTube.
With that, goodbye, YouTube land. Everyone wave goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Good night.